Thank you, Madam Chairman. Ambassador Kennedy, this gets down to two things. One is accountability, and the second is trust. And we must have the accountability before we can restore the trust of the American people in terms of what happened in Benghazi or what may happen in the future. So I'd like to refocus our attention on these four people that you say they've lost their titles. But let me be clear, they have not lost any money or any benefits, yes or no?
No.
Okay, so they've gotten paid. They got an 8-month paid leave while the State Department has done their investigation, yes or no?
Correct.
All right, so they've been off for 8 months. I also serve on the Government Reform Committee, and I know that we've made a number of requests that have gone unanswered, really. Were there any adverse, other than title changes and post changes, were there any adverse personnel actions that were taken against these four people that, according to the ARB, were systemically involved in mismanagement?
That's not the ARB actually, sir, talked about two people.
Okay, but those two people
others
being part of the four, but the two people, did any adverse actions happen to those two people, other than title changes?
Sir, if
yes or no?
A title change.
I understand, in your opinion, a title change is a big deal, but we're talking about people, 4 dead Americans. So let's look at it. Anything other than that?
Being removed as a deputy assistant secretary is a major act.
All right. Well, so let me go on. You mentioned the consideration of other posts, and you mentioned 2 people. It's troubling for me to start to hear reports of where these 2 people are being considered for very high-profile, secure posts overseas, and knowing that the State Department takes about 12 months to go through that, it means that that review process had to have started while they were on administrative leave. Are you aware of that?
You're correct, sir, that the process we assign in the summer.
So are you aware that they're
summer,
being considered for high-profile, secure positions overseas?
Yes
or no? Are you aware?
I am unaware. They have not been assigned anywhere.
I understand they haven't been assigned. You're avoiding my question.
No,
are you aware that they're being considered for high-profile, secure positions overseas?
I guess the answer is no. I mean, obviously,
it's either a yes or no. Are you aware?
Obviously, sir. While this is pending, one has to look at the 2.
But you're in charge.
Well, yes, sir. But there are 2 options here. The Secretary of State, as he expressed in his letter.
I don't want a narrative. No. Are you aware? Yes or no?
Obviously, we had to have options. The Secretary of State's letter said he was either going to fire them or make another decision. Depending on what decision.
But this is a high-profile post.
I'm afraid I don't know this level of detail.
Okay. Well, are you willing, as the person in charge? You just said you were in charge.
Yes,
are you willing to report back to this committee within 30 days to make us aware? And I'm assuming from your response that you wouldn't be supportive of any high-profile posting for these 2 individuals. Is that correct? You would not be supportive of that?
I would not be supportive of any position in which these individuals had the same levels of responsibility.
No, that's not what I'm asking. But a high-profile post overseas, that's what I'm asking. No, so you are supportive of it?
No, sir. I am neither one nor the other. I'm just saying, sir, that profile and responsibility are 2 different things.
Well, but that's a judgment call on your part. Well, let me go on a little bit further then. This report talks about bonuses, between $10,000 to $15,000 bonuses that are given to State Departments. Up until 2011, those were disclosed publicly.
Right.
It now appears that either you or Secretary Clinton have made a decision not to disclose those. Is that correct?
I am unaware of that.
So you're unaware of that. So you would be
back.
Glad to support it, because it's been suggested that some of these people in the ARB got bonuses, and that now we're not disclosing it because it would look bad. You're not aware of that?
I'm also not aware that anybody in subject to the ARB got a bonus. I will confirm that, but I'm not aware that they got.
So who made the decision, you or Secretary Clinton, to not be transparent with regard to bonus information?
I am not aware. I don't think it was either of us, but I have to go back and find out. I may have done something, but That is a level of detail.
If you'll report back, I yield back. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Madam Chairman.